Right then, helicopter in the background. New engine's in. Come round here. Getting the old one out turned out to be really easy because there was only that much left of that seized up bolt sticking out. So basically I just got a bit of a pry in and that came out. When I took all the rest of the engine bolts out, it fell out. And getting the... because I didn't care about this engine anymore, straightening out this foot peg bar was easy. I just got a sledgehammer and hit it, and while I was at it I got a lump hammer and a coal chisel and chiselled out the bolt that was stuck in the bottom of that. And I've scavenged some bits off that engine, but I'm going to scavenge some more bits as well. So that engine's in. I'm now back to where I was before. I haven't done a compression chest on it, I've just filled the float bowl. So, choke, ignition, nothing. Oh, try again. There's no seals in the exhaust, which is why it's making such an horrible noise, but it's alive! Okay, kind of running out of things to do now. I'll show you the tank in a minute. It's not bad, it's not brilliant, but it's alright. That thing was kicking orange smoke out and it was bright orange as well. It was hilarious. It was nearly as orange as the indicators, but if you look in the end of there you'll see why. That's obviously been stored wet, and it's got itself full of rust, and it's now kicking out that rust, which is a little hilarious. I've got the number plate for it. I can put that on. Not much point me putting the chain and this side cover back on yet, because I've still got to change that swing arm. So hopefully that will be here tomorrow. What else have we done? I haven't really touched this engine. I just put it in. I went to dump the oil, there wasn't any oil in it, but what did come out was like clean and new. So I've put some fresh oil in that. That little puddle underneath is not from this engine, it's from that one over there in the corner. I'm still waiting for a delivery from David Silver, which includes, I'm missing this little round thing goes in here with a hole in. This goes through, there's a spring goes on the end of this, and then there's an adjuster nut that it's kind of got a round face on it to sit on top of this fitting in here. So those three things I'm kind of missing. So I'm waiting for them. I might go out and see if I can find, because I'm still obviously missing a bolt out this engine mount down here, and I'm also missing another one. Didn't even notice it before, just there. So got to go and find them. So I might go and see if I can find a hardware shop and get some bolts. Oh yeah, let's have a look at this. I just, from where I was painting it, I just took this up and hung it in this bandstand. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. So I decided to leave the decals on after all. Let's see if we can just spin it round. It's not wet, but it's certainly not dry yet. It's come out alright. There's a bit of a whoops around here somewhere. You can just see it there, but actually that's going to get covered by the seat, so I'm not bothered. I was going to rub it down again, but then once I figured it was going to be covered by the seat, I decided not to bother. This is all done with a rattle can, by the way. I've not polished it yet, obviously, and it's looking pretty sweet. There's a big scutch out of this decal just here, and I was going to try and paint it in, and in the end I just went, nah, I'll just lacquer over it. It's part of its history, isn't it? So yeah, tank's painted, and that's That's what's left of my old pond. Gotta get that filled in. So I think I'm kind of stuck for the moment. I'm going to go out and see if I can find them nuts and bolts, but we're pretty much done with this now. I'm going to take that centre stand off it, because now I've done working on it, doesn't really need it. And all that's going to happen, because these things are supposed to have a twin exhaust, so it should have another exhaust with a can coming out there, and then this kind of just juts out beyond the exhaust. But without the exhaust, it sticks out that far. What happens is, while you're pushing your bike off the stand, it hits you in the back of the leg, and it just looks silly. And as the bottom of wherever it is, the bottom of that is supposed to rest on the bottom of the exhaust, so without that there, these tend to bounce up and down. So it's probably why it was taken off in the first place, when whoever decided to put this 2-into-1 exhaust did that. I'm going to have to look for another exhaust for this, because although this appears to be in one piece, it's very much on its last legs. So we'll have a look for another exhaust. Hopefully we can find something that'll go into it and give us twin exhausts again. But until then, this will do. If I get it through its test, that'll do for now. Just needs testing one more time, and then we'll make it classic and stop paying tax on it, because it don't need to. Awesome little thing. It's going to be nice, this. Oh, the seat. Yeah, the seats. I'm recovering the seat. It actually came with a cover for it, just needed fitting, so that's just getting round to it. So yeah, something I could do, get the staple gun out and get that seat fastened on. But apart from that, yeah, wanted to get it done this week, pretty much will be, so that's all good news. And it's really nice to hear the engine running, because that's always a gamble. Now I still don't know if it's got gears. The gearbox could be knackered, but clutch could be knackered, but again, you know, we can do that if we need to. Clutch feels all right. It certainly changes gear. I've tried that. Right then, more updates when I guess it's finished. (1984) V65 Magna VF 1100C, and it's complete. It's got everything. There's a few bits that look like they're missing, but they're in a box in the shed. Everything's there, oh, with one exception, which might be really hard to find. No fork brace. Everything else is there. But I'm not in a rush. I don't even want to start it. That's why it was covered up with a tarp. So I'm going to cover it back up with a tarp, and we'll come back to this one and do some videos on this when I start making it wonderful again, which it will be.